let's just start by giving us a brief bio of the highlights, and then we'll get into the district and so on and so forth.
No problem. Well, I'm an educator and a public servant. I've been here since '98. Originally was born and raised in Puerto Rico. Got here in '98 to do my PhD in political science at the CUNY Graduate Center. Then I started briefly teaching, and I've been teaching since then. I've taught at Hunter College. I was a graduate teaching fellow there, and I've done about 6 or 7 years part-time at Pace University. I've also mentored students, both high school and college. The Somos el Futuro Model State Senate. I was a faculty member for a long time. I'm still involved. And throughout all of that, I've also been involved in public service. I've worked both in government and in electoral politics basically since I've been here, everywhere from the local level all the way up to the national level. I've done city council races, state senate races, mayoral races, and even the presidential. So I'm both an educator and a public servant.
So let me ask you this question. You've seen politics pretty much close up.
Yes, sir.
Why would you want to run for office?
In this case, it is because I think our community deserves better. I think my community deserves better. For me, this is about, it's about what I think is needed in the community that I live in. So for me, it's about necessity.
Necessity?
Yes, sir.
Now, you're running to unseat, basically, Pedro Espada Jr., whom I have no reason to believe isn't running for re-election. I mean, I haven't heard anything to the contrary.
Oh, no, he's running for re-election.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us what you think of him and his actions in his position as a state senator and now, more recently, as majority leader of the state senate?
Well, I think his misdeeds have been covered widely in all the press that you can think of. Obviously, we have somebody who is being investigated by the Bronx DA, by the Attorney General, by federal investigators. They've been covered widely in the press. I think that what's most important is to say we need something better. I think our community deserves better. I know we do.
Well, but what if these charges are just charges, and it turns out he's innocent of all that? So why would you want to replace him?
I want to replace him because I think that there is a need for a new type of leadership in this particular district. There's accusations about him not even living in the Bronx. And this is not something that is just said by the DA. We're talking about people that live in the building that he says he lives in. Yes. I've been living in the Bronx for a decade. And I live in a rent-stabilized apartment, take the train every day to work. The same things that impact the people of this district impact me because they're my neighbors. And I don't think that he has that connection. I think he's demonstrated a disrespect for the people that he's supposed to represent.
Okay, then you know that there will be others who are running. There are among them Desiree Pilgrim Hunter, who is definitely announced, Fernando Tirado, I believe, also. So let's say if the issue is Espada no, then why Gustavo Rivera yes?
I think for me, I certainly believe that I am the strongest candidate to beat Espada. But it is not only about
but why do you believe that?
Yes, it's not only about saying that Espada is bad, but it's about saying what can you bring to the community. Right. Throughout my career, there have been values that have driven the work that I've done. The people that I've had the privilege to work for have gotten into office and have done what's right in office. I said that I was a rent-stabilized tenant. One of the people that I had the privilege to work for, Andrea Stewart Cousins, she's a state senator, worked in both her races and was her chief of staff. She's now the main sponsor of a vacancy decontrol bill that will keep the housing stock that we have. The work that I was very proud to do for Obama in Florida, I was one of the state directors down there. I certainly didn't write the healthcare bill, but the healthcare bill passed, and now thousands of my neighbors will have healthcare as well. So for me, it's about the values that have driven my work in public service are the same ones that I will bring in being a state senator. So I believe in good Democrats. I believe in good policy. I believe in a transparent government. I believe in somebody that wants to be responsive to the people that they represent. I don't believe that the current senator has that. I believe I can bring that.
We'll come back to that in a second. In the spectrum of political ideology, as it
Yes.
were, where would you place yourself? If on the one side would be the far right, now you're a Democrat, so I doubt you're there, but
Absolutely not
all
there.
the way to someone who is considered either a staunch liberal or progressive, where would you place yourself?
I would definitely place myself in the liberal and progressive side of the party. You know, I believe in, I believe that government has a certain responsibility to its citizens. There are certain things that we can't do individually that the government can do for us and should do. So I will absolutely fight for those things when I'm in the state Senate.